No, they don't even know why. Um, I had panic attacks. I kept calling my husband. I kept calling my friend who was like 2 miles in front of me. I got to mile 19. And with Chicago, as you come around the corner in 19, there's like a medic station. And I locked eyes with one of the medical people, and she goes, they gave me IVs, everything was fine. Yep. They tested everything, I was fine. They were gonna let me go back and run, and I stood up and proceeded to just throw up everywhere. So they were like, sorry, you're out. You know what? My husband said it perfectly, actually. I think because Boston is our home, um, I love Boston. I don't have issues with it. Even in 2018, I enjoyed every minute of that race, though it was miserable. Um, like I told you, I PR'd at that race. Every photo I have, I'm smiling. So I think there is something special about Boston. I've run New York, hated it. I've run Chicago, hated it. Um, so Boston, this is my third. I think I'm just gonna stick to Boston. I ended the run blue. It was uh, like swimming. Um, you would lift your arm up and water would just pour out of everything. Nothing was dry. I had a friend that met us at mile 18 with hand warmers, which I think helped. But I think it was my best race because I was so numb. I didn't feel anything. Which it sounds like for some of the elites, like that was their case too. They were just so numb. Finish. Yeah, again, Boston is different. So like I'm looking for family, I'm looking for friends, I'm looking, for people that I know. I know the turns like the back of my hand. And I think that does affect some other races. Chicago, you don't have that support. Um, but the entire time I kept thinking, why am I doing this again? But then like, everyone has said when you turn that corner off of Heffernan and you see the finish line, it's the best feeling ever. Though the longest quarter of a mile or whatever it is you will ever run. And then it feels like it keeps going further and further as you're running closer and closer. Am I psyched? Yes. Am I ready? No. um, but at the same point, it's Boston. I know it. I know what I have to do. And even if I haven't hit all my miles, I can still finish. It's you. No. Pretty simple. I have kids and who for homework, you support children. Even in Chicago and New York, I ran for a fundraiser that dealt with children. So it's close to my heart, whether it be what you do or I ran for a cancer society in New York. I think anybody that is helping children, especially now, times are extremely tough right now. I want to help. So on top of that, you made it the most memorable and fun fundraising that I ever dealt with. Everything was fun. The fact that I got to hang out with the kids was amazing. Not many charities you get to do that with. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. Some of the kids were friends with my kids, so it just, it has a place in my heart. So my husband is a townie. He was born and raised in Framingham. That's why I'm here. And I have 3 kids, like I said, 17, 13, and 8. They all go to Barberry, so they're all bilingual. I currently work for the state and I work for Elder Protective Services. So I oversee all of the PS agencies in the state. So I do a lot of help on the older side, and this is a way I can help on the younger side. 25, 26. I started doing a couple 5Ks here and there. And then when I was about late 30s, my friend was like, let's do this. It was like a zombie run 10K. So I did that. And then that progressed to half marathons. And then I had a friend that got into Boston. And I was like, well, I'll put my name in. I won't get it. Every time I put my name in, I get it. So that was the first time I had ever run a marathon. And the longest I had ever run before that was truly like 10Ks and maybe a half marathon here and there. To Chicago, then I did a Boston, then I did a New York, and then I bombed the Chicago.
This time you're not going to bomb the Boston. No, 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 right?
No, I will cross that finish line even if I'm crawling. So that is essential to have your timeline, to have your weeks planned out, but to also be flexible with how you treat yourself and the stress that you go under. Nutrition, first year I ate pizza and I ate everything bad. I don't recommend that. Try to eat as healthy as you can during this time frame. And then I think no matter who you are, when you start coming towards the end, you're miserable. Everybody's miserable. But that week right before the marathon where you're tapering off, the excitement that starts to build in you, it makes up for everything. I can't explain it.
I see people crossing the finish line and they're smiling, actually. How does that
Yeah,
happen?
you're happy. One, you're happy you're done. Two, you're happy you made it. Um, Again, I can't explain it, but just going across that finish line, there's something about Boston. No, I think you're not giving money to me. You're giving money to the kids. And that's how I sell it. This is not about my marathon. Um, this is just a way for people to give money through me. Um, for me, I honestly, I do the hardest part. I have to run the 26 miles. Donating the money is pretty easy. Yeah. I wish I could sell my miles. That would be a great thing to do. $100 a mile. That this is a phenomenal charity. Um, you are a phenomenal individual. And so again, all the money is not for me, it's for you guys and the children. And I think they need to just know that.